So let's talk about cheat meals since I am eating today. How do you know when is the best time to have one? Now, normally I usually just give my clients one a week because they just haven't really gotten that in tune with their bodies yet and feeling depleted and the difference between feeling depleted and then just having cravings, right? So for me, like for example, I was gonna have my quote unquote cheat meal slash refeed tomorrow, right? But when I went to the gym today, I was down to 197. I was extremely depleted, right? So I was doing arms and I was just super shaky. Honestly, I felt like I was about to pass out. I had even had carbs this morning. So that let me know that my body was ready and I really wasn't going to benefit from going another day of being strict. So I went and I got some spaghetti stuff. I made spaghetti with a lot of meat. And so I've just kind of like been eating off of that, this whole day, right? And along with that, every time I eat, I also take one of these enzyme pills by Avocare. I noticed that they really help me during the week. So I'm gonna do this with my cheats too, and just see if they kind of help with some of that bloating. Since some of that food I'm not really used to. But when you start feeling like extremely fatigued, lethargic, what have you, it's usually going to be within like 7 to 10 days of like being in a harsh deficit. If you got like a lot of weight to lose, it's going to take longer because your body has a lot more stored energy to take from, so you don't really need to eat a lot of excess calories, right? But for somebody who's leaner, they've been dieting for a while, that time period is going to really, really start to shrink down. It's going to be between 5 to 7 days, right? Because your body's burning through glucose, it's burning through dietary fat, and it's getting a lot harder for it to convert stored body fat to energy just because you have so little of it, right? So it's really important to time these cheats. You don't have too many, but also if you have too few, your cortisol is going to go up, your metabolism's going to slow down, you're going to start burning muscle, like a whole lot of bad things, right? So, you really have to be careful not to fall into that mindset of, oh, I have to be OCD perfect on my diet, because ultimately that ends up hurting you, right? Like we want to space in our high calorie loads, and like these don't have to be dirty, right? Like mine is spaghetti, and sometimes I deviate from that. I'll do like some ice cream and cookies, but like honestly, I feel like crap from that. So like you really, really have to like distinguish between the stuff that's gonna help you, like your starchy carbs, right, and the stuff that you're eating just because it tastes good and you're hungry, right? Like your ice cream and your cookies, those really don't give you a good benefit. They mess with your digestion. They make you feel hungover the next day, and they lead to more cravings, right? So if you're on a diet, when you're cheating, you want to go for like high carbs, preferably starchy carbs. You want to go for high protein and moderate fat, and really trying to avoid, stuff like dairy, because, I mean, like I said earlier, it just really wrecks your digestive system, and you're usually eating a lot of it at one time, and it's just not going to make you feel good, right? The whole purpose of a cheat meal slash refeed is to help you feel rejuvenated. It's to kickstart your metabolism back up. It's to spike your insulin and push protein synthesis, right? It's not to be a performance damper by making you feel like crap. All right, guys. So just keep that in mind as you're having your cheats.